Voilà, on est à quelques minutes, quelques secondes du début de la finale chez les 20 pouces, chez les garçons. Et oui, les conditions ne s'améliorent pas, mais on le savait, hein, c'était prévu par Météo France. On n'est pas surpris, mais en tous les cas, ça va être les mêmes conditions pour tout le monde.
Good afternoon. You join us in Dole, France for the first round of the UCI Trials World Cup Men's Elite 20-inch. And sadly, the weather's taken a little bit of a turn for the worse. I'm Tom Hutley of Shindig Media, and I'm here with my trusty co-host, who is...
My name is Matt Pengelly.
Thank you for joining us, wherever you may be, whether you are there at the venue. Sadly, as we can see, the weather has taken a bit of a turn.
It's only going to make it more interesting.
Yeah, to give you some context, the quarterfinals that took place on Friday was having temperatures of about 21 degrees Celsius. Semi-finals, 25 degrees Celsius, and today we've had this persistent rain. Puddles are starting to form. Bikes are beginning to get wet, and you can see young attendees wearing their wellies here.
Yeah. Not the optimal conditions, as we say, but as I mentioned earlier, it is going to make it a little bit more interesting. The riders themselves trying to stay under the tent just to get that last minute. So got some great shots of the incredible location that this is being hosted in Dole in France, hosting their very first ever World Cup, hosting the French Cup for 24 and 25, another first time with the World Cup.
Yeah, this is the eastern region of France, the Jura region, and famously Dole is actually known for one of the most famous residents, actually, Louis Pasteur.
Who's Louis Pasteur, Tom?
Some of the viewers might know, but he was the man who invented pasteurisation. Wow. So if you've ever had pasteurised milk, or you've had slightly gone off milk, that's the reason why you've not got ill. But also germ theory, cholera vaccine.
Right, over to our riders' introductions here. This is Guillem Montoya, who is only 16 years of age, his first ever Elite World Cup, and he's made it to a final. So shout out to him. He's going to be today's wild card.
It's absolutely wild across all the categories today, seeing people who have just come out of the juniors and straight into the men's elite. Another elite rider there, Eloi Palau of Spain.
Yeah. Giving Guillem there the lovely high five to be like my teammate too.
And for context, it was a really, really tight race to get the 6th position. There was actually 4 riders tied on exactly the same points to get into the top 6. That is how competitive it is. So Eloi and Guillem had the same points, as did Louis Chazil, as did Travis Asenio.
Robin Berchiatti there, the home rider representing France. Certainly going to be one to watch today. He will be putting on a show for you all.
Yeah, I think he's got the home favourite French crowd behind him. But also he won the French Cup last year here in Dole.
Borja Conejos for Spain. 3 Spanish riders today in the finals. 4
Spanish riders, yeah.
One French rider, and then the Scandinavian representing Finland will be Niilo. Look how slippery the stage is as well. Like, what a way to start the comp, to be like...
I mean, if anyone's going to struggle getting off that stage, my money's going to be on Niilo. He is a bit of a weapon, a loose cannon at times.
And his brakes off, and away we go. The 20-inch men's elite finals.
Oh, this is going to be wild. So in the semi-finals, there was kind of like 3 kind of notable areas. So as said, there was that tie for the 5th and 6th position.
Yeah.
because Eloi Palau and Guillem Montoya got exactly the same points. It just came down to time. Robin Berchiatti and Niilo had a very similar scoring, so they were kind of in the 3rd and 4th position. And Alejandro and Borja had both exactly the same score of 580 points on 1st and 2nd. It just came down to time, who got the course done fastest, and that happened to be Alejandro.
Yeah, and here we have our list of riders. So just a quick reminder on the format as well, each rider will go and what they qualified. So who qualified 6th will go first, and then the last person will be who qualified first. Each rider has 2 minutes to complete per section. 5 sections in today's final with 6 gates per section.
Yeah, they get 10 points per gate. In theory, then the best score you can get in each section is 60 points, meaning the best score of the competition will be 300. We didn't see anyone do it in the semi-finals, and I think because of the weather conditions, it's going to be really unlikely for that to happen in the final.
So let's see how the youngster on wildcard today, Guillem Montoya, first ever men's elite final. Oh my goodness! Okay, just already that takeoff off the rounding beam up to front
In the wet.
These guys are making it look a little bit too easy for the people at home.
He was a junior last year, and he's now just less than 30 seconds in, and he's already got 20 points in an elite men's final. Like, this is the standard of the trials riding now is unreal.
I think,
and it wasn't just him. There was 2 other junior riders on his tail the whole way in the semi-finals that were battling for that number 6 spot.
yeah, and any rider to make a final, let alone at 16, is a remarkable achievement. So we're quietly clapping here on Guillem just for getting himself into the final. So casually rolling through now. That was gate number 3. On to gate 4.
Yeah, there's lots of sub-gates on this one, so we will lead you through because it can be very difficult to see on those markers. Whoa! Did he get round it? I think his axle got round that. Well, that's it. So that looked like the 4B gate there.
This we saw earlier. The gate is at the very top of the platform to his left-hand side.
Look at that rain coming down.
The takeoff as well. He's taken off quite far away.
The size of that well, yeah. Didn't quite
He's out.
stick it.
That was a great first ride.
Yeah.
Often one of the scariest things to do is be the first rider. And
But that, the pressure's going to be on for the youngster there. First time in a World Cup final. And, that happened so fast. He was really quick to rack up the points there. Could be a formidable contender amongst the other Spanish and the other riders in today's final. Eloi Palau.
he's our most experienced rider in today's final at 27 years old.
Yep, oldest rider.
No stranger to a final. He's a previous world champion from 2022 back in Abu Dhabi.
A European champion.
A European champion, and he's only just come out from recovering from an injury. So I think he's had about 3 weeks to train. So he'd be very happy he's made himself back into a final. But look at this takeoff.
Yep, he's already got himself 10 points because it's just a gate 1, not a gate 1AB. I mean, Guillem just did this first time. I mean, we wasn't even started and he was already up there. Lloyd, brilliant. That's just a 2 gate there. I say just a 2 gate. Look at the size of it.
That's crazy.
Compare it with the size of the observers.
And they don't seem that phased about the conditions so far.
3A and B. We saw this gate in the semi-finals. So that was 3A that he's just gone through there, and he's got to get back up off of that slippery concrete.
Oh, scary takeoff.
Gate 3B, 30 points for Eloi. Yeah, so he's not had the greatest, I guess, winter or training seasons because of the injury, and he's only just got back onto the bike. So that might be the reason why we saw him qualifying in the 5th position. But he looks really cool and consistent, I would say.
Yeah.
He's been in these situations before, albeit maybe not the weather.
Yeah. Just ahead of him now, you can see up that beam, the yellow flags. He's got to get his front and back axle through there. Front through, back through.
How is that holding? What? Look at the angle of that beam. That is absurd. 40 points. So this is now a 5A and B. The size of that side wow. But
He's okay. Giving a thumbs up there.
even putting a foot down on that slippery top bit up there.
Little acknowledgement to the camera there and a smile from Eloi. That's good to see, mate.
That's just wild. Even in the, this is massive in the drive, because to be able to really stick the landing, you've got to be able to dig that front wheel in. Is anyone going to be able to get that side up?
It's going to be a classic. They've got to side up to 2 wheels, maybe brakeless.
I reckon if anyone's got the power to do it, it's this man here. Now, the Finnish aren't necessarily known for having lots of trials riders. Of course, only a small nation, but this man...
They have quality over quantity.
Is an anomaly, yeah.
Let's see. And Niilo loves a thin beam like this. I'm sure he does this with his eyes closed.
They did have this line in the semi-finals as well, so the riders have done this, but the difference is the weather conditions.
Yeah.
It was 25 degrees yesterday when they went through the semi-finals, and some of our riders had to do quarter-finals, semi-finals, as well as now in the finals. So they're going to be fatigued that they've had to ride fully on Friday, Saturday, and now today on the Sunday.
They're going to be really wanting to pin that front wheel downwards. No skidding.
Good
can
speed
happen.
so far. He's over halfway through the section. He's still got a minute left.
Very, very narrow
Just
game.
very cool and casual.
Yeah,
of
they're
that,
looking so calm and collected.
4A gate. This is 4B. Look at the size of it, but not just the size, the angle. Yes, there's chicken wire on it, but
I don't know if that's really going to
No.
help a little bit.
yeah, to get the grip there.
Oh, so good. We seem to call those Frenchies or a bam bam. Where you hit the
Is
front wheel.
Niilo going to stick the side up?
Come on.
It's his foot forward. This is his side. Can he do it? I think he's got it in his power, but can he do it in the rain?
See, I feel, again,
Because he's having to dig the front wheel in, I think that's what's going to slip. We can't see the surface on the top there, if it's got any grip on top. I don't think it has, and that was going to slide out.
we know that it's wooden material.
Yep.
Isn't going to be great.
This gate, he's done it though. He did take the dab there, unfortunately. He put the bash plate down. That's a final gate 6, so it's a solo gate there. We saw that in the semi-final, they did it, but what happened at the semi-final was that the gate markers were at the very end of the beam, meaning they could quickly get onto the beam and then hop off. Now they've put tape either side, meaning they have to go along the beam through the gate markers before they can then hop off. And obviously the conditions...
Crowd favourite starts here, the home favourite, Robin Berchiatti for France now, riding that nice new Kruger's aluminium trials bike.
Yeah, he was overall World Cup second place last year.
So much style in his riding, but none of these riders are going to be rewarded for any style. That's not how the scoring works.
And he's used to this venue. He was he won the French Cup here last year in Dole. So crowd behind him, venue behind him. Hopefully for some positive.
Looking so chill. These riders right now at the start. This is a really good start for the finals. Sort of flowing through quite nicely. I'd like to see. I wonder what he's going to do. Do we think he's going to Frenchie Tom?
I think see that kind of flying Frenchie where he's going to go through, like front wheel's just going to kiss it and just switch through to rear. That's kind of his little style here.
He's rolling.
No!
Static! Oh my goodness!
Beautiful.
Little roll down.
Maybe he just knows he can grip the front wheel a bit better. Has Robin got the side up?
I know he's going to go for
He's
it.
right foot forward, so it's going to work for him. Can he stick it? Yo! Not even a slide up. He's switching it up.
No way! Straight through the next gate as well. 50 points for Robin Berchiatti so far. 30 seconds left to go. One final gate. You can see it there just in the middle. It's a great angle. Is he going to make it?
Forward. Yes. He's got it. Clean ride from Robin Berchiatti. Wow.
I have to carefully step away from my microphone for those moments.
Now that is pressure for Alejandro Montalvo and Borja Conejos there. Look at that ride. Holding it to front wheel. How did that front wheel grip in those conditions? Bouncing forward to the other log and through. Big drop gap down. And that was the final bit through the section there. Straight out the end, finish gate. That is a start. But can Robin hold it together? We've seen him lose composure in World Cups before. Whereas the Spanish are very consistent. So just because they don't get a 60 in this section doesn't mean it's all over. They are good at being able to hold it together.
It's only section number 1.
Borja Conejos, previously world champion in 2021, and he was the overall World Cup champion in 2024.
I'm still astounded by gate 1, how they're rolling through that beam and up to front. Like, it's just getting...
And the weather conditions. Like, just riding like it's a nice sunny day in Spain or somewhere.
We've got Borja's riding the white clean carbon 20-inch bike. He is a clean battery rider there. And let's see how he does in section 1 so far. He's already seen that the section can be done with a clean scoring, as we should say, maximum scoring, sorry. So Borja's going to want to follow in Robin's
I wonder how
footsteps.
he's going to approach this. Rolling and bouncing to front.
Oh,
Same as what Robin did.
but he planted the back wheel onto the beam there. Now, Borja's a left-footed rider, so he's taking it from a slightly, from sort of a 180-degree turn angle.
Now this move we saw, I thought he would have to take the dab there. That's a huge, powerful move, but that is really in Robin's wheelhouse, that jumping up to front wheel. A few French riders like that. That's kind of the Vincent Hermans technique, I'd say. The real digging in over the front.
Yeah, he sort of more went for a pinned to the front wheel rather than kind of edging the side up there. So last gate now for Borja. Still got 20 seconds to go. So he's got to stay in the tape, and he does. So 50 points for Borja Conejos there.
I don't think he's gonna be too upset by that. I think he knew that it would be a risky move to take that side off, or that large jump up the front there. He just got to remain calm and cool. And as said, we've seen it in previous World Cups that Robin can sometimes just be a little bit of a loose cannon. I think that Borja's just going to keep the consistency here.
But still one more rider to go.
That is Alejandro Montalvo.
You know, the current world champion as well as the World Cup winner of 2025. So he's going to want to be keeping those titles.
Yeah, between the Spanish, so himself, Borja and Eloi, there was always a bit of a fierce rivalry between one another, who kind of came out on top. In the past couple of years, Alejandro has really just accelerated ahead in terms of being the most consistent, the most, well, it's all in the jersey. You can see the jersey there. You don't get those purely by accident.
Right, opting for taking a little bit more time. We have seen riders finish with at least 20 seconds almost to spare, some of them. So we know that time is slightly on their side here, but the weather certainly isn't.
Yeah. Just taking himself a bit of a breather, taking it easy.
Yeah, and
that's your 4A gate, and then 4B to get to the 40 points is going to be up here. I wonder what Alejandro's going to make of this one here.
He's going to bounce, Frenchie. Bam, bam. I love that they've all got... Let's have a look. No?
Rolling up to front, very smooth.
Might be more precision involved with the static motion, because with rolling you're going to have more momentum. You might skid the front wheel. So let's see how Alejandro does with this side.
I think it might be a bit of a stretch for him. I'd be surprised if he does.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, takes that dab. It's too risky. What a setter of a section.
Yeah,
that's going to put some pressure on. But I think the Spanish know how to keep their cool. It's not the most ideal place he'd want to be in.
Here we go for the final gate for Alejandro. Last rider, last gate. This has been a very good start.
Oh, having to be very careful how he got out of that gate.
Got 5 seconds.
I think they've called it. No, that is not a good start
40
for the world
points
champion.
for Alejandro, which so far has put Robin Berchiatti in the lead so far.
Oh, no one tell Robin he's in the lead.
No,
just don't tell him. Like, just
don't ruin it for him. You might put him off.
But this is what's so interesting about the World Cup, especially the first round, is because they've gone away over winter. They've worked on whatever they need to work on and to really get it all together. Look at that scoring.
We might add that, yes, Robin was here last year, but this course has been built completely different. He hasn't ridden these gates. He hasn't ridden these sections. They are always specifically made for these particular rounds. So this is the first time for every rider and the only time they will get to ride these gates.
Oh, a little bit of a slip.
Yeah, that was almost a wheel spin to begin with.
We have seen that in World Cups before. Niilo, we saw in Glasgow in the juniors, had a very similar sort of incident on the starting block. Luckily, that didn't cause any problems for Guillem Montoya there.
So, Guillem is in now into his section number 2. Probably feeling a little bit more warmed up now. He's got one section under his belt. But for a first ever final, he looks really comfortable, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, speedy as well. The efficiency that these Spanish riders seem to come up with.
Yeah, so that's the A and B gate there of section gate 2. Sorry, it's got to go 3AB.
Not to be mistaken, these warning tape is just paint. It's not actual tape.
Yeah, sometimes that tape is used to kind of signify. See the slip there?
A little back wheel slip. You can see the tyre mark there, a skid mark.
Yeah. 30 points, and he's got a minute left, so he's halfway through the section. This is the timing you need to have. So we've never seen him in a final before. He couldn't have even been in a final before because this is his first time. And he's just slotted straight in like, hi guys, this is where I belong.
He was only held back by his age.
Look how big this
is
ridiculous.
Gate is. So just ahead of him, you can just see very, very narrow yellow gate, just to the left of the observer there.
Yeah, that's 4A.
Oh my gosh.
And he's got to get out to go to 4B, which presumably is up at the top there. That's going to be gate 4B.
Yeah, look at that. No corrections either. He just knows he's got to be efficient. Just 20 seconds left to go. Can only...
Oh, sorry, 4A, B, C there. This is a 5AB.
Look at that. You can see the red tape by that cone that's painted on. He's got to get into a hook position. Oh! Just made a little correction there on the... Lifted the front wheel up a bit too much, so his body weight, unfortunately, fell back because they need to get themselves into a hook position.
Yeah, I think it's very lucky considering the weather conditions that one has a lip on it. Sometimes those big round obstacles don't have a lip on it and you have to hook it, and quite lucky in today's conditions, Scott. But look at the speed of him.
Ooh, correcting that little skid there, you see. He's just slipping ever so slightly.
Unreal. 2009. To give you some context, between him and the oldest 20-inch rider was Benito Ross. There's 28 years between him and Benito Ross.
Yeah, so anyone out there saying that they're too old to start, absolutely not. So Eloi Palau now, so he's just building his confidence back up again, as he hasn't really been riding much, but what a great start for him so far, section number 2.
I mean, you can't ask for much more, can you, to still be in the top 6, especially with how fierce the competition with those juniors coming through is. So
yeah, and he's just quite an elegant style from Eloi, always trying to be efficient. He's also riding the aluminium 20-inch Comas bike. The Comas.
Look at this gap over. Will it slip? Is he in? Oh my word. No, he's a bit upset by that. I wouldn't be upset with the gap to front, but it's just the conditions. We saw people slipping on these in the semi-final. They look really grippy in the dry, but people still were managing to slip on them in the dry. So I can't imagine what that's going to be like in the wet. Yeah. Because often with a lot of these riders, there's no other way of approaching it. They have to do the move they know how to do. You can't really adapt the ride. We heard Alba say this within the women's. They said, yeah, it rains, but what can you do? You've just got to go for it.
Yeah, really, and it's for your own sanity, you kind of want to come out there knowing you've given it your best shot.
Yes. Yeah.
So Niilo Stenvall for Finland now.
Straight up gate 1 there. So 2A and B here. So he set himself up for gate 2A. Huge hit. You can see it's been taped up You have to do it from the floor.
Just recovering.
And the
Big
gap.
gap to back wheel
Every
as well.
bit of that looked like it was a little bit off, but he still had it. What's Niilo going to do here? Can he stick it? Yeah, to 2.
Oh, it's so slippery.
You could see the slip there, but you just have to act with it. It's like Buzz Lightyear. It's kind of like falling with style. You just have to just take it and go with it, because there's no time to sit and enjoy yourself up on top of these obstacles. Can Niilo do this without putting pedal down? It's so huge.
That just puts it in perspective. They're looking up. They're looking up, going from a really soggy, boggy grass takeoff.
That's got to be 160, right? 160, it's got to be at least 150 centimetres, I'd say.
Yeah, crowd are really getting behind him now. We want to see the riders get this. Go on, Niilo.
My word.
He's a little bit hesitant,
But
I'll
look,
say.
on a dry day, yes, but you've got to get your front wheel there and switch through to rear.
This is
With slippy tyres, you know, you could peel up a huge chunk of mud that's then going to be in place when you want to switch. That's within his wheelhouse, that's within his power. He can do it, and he's going to want to do it, but you've got to hold it and get yourself up to 4B. That's the other sticky bit here. I think if he knew this was just a 4-gate, he would probably risk his way through this, but you've got to keep composure to get the points, because the points come later on this gate.
And at this point, you feel like you might want to just get to bash, right? To get through, to carry on.
But he needs those points. There's no point in getting to bash because he's got to get...
He's out of time now, but...
My word.
So if Niilo isn't quite getting there, we'll be really, really surprised to see how the others approach that and how close they actually get. So it's going to be an interesting gate. Just a sea of umbrellas there as well.
Wow, everyone just getting some kind of cover.
Yeah, here, I'm in shorts and t-shirt.
Robin Berchiatti of France.
Yeah, a trial bikes rider, that's the story.
Then again, I'd say Robin's got the power to get through that gate, actually.
I think so too, but I feel like they've all got the power, but it's that confidence. Which one's willing to take more
The
risks?
application of the power. With great power
comes great application. I don't want to say it.
Oh, come on, Robin, forward. Oh,
Come
no.
on, that's going to eat into his time.
That's similar to what happened to Niilo, but
just managed to recover.
yeah. Lovely switch. They're wanting to hold it so they can get that gap, because if not, it just adds time.
Yeah, saving time.
20 points there.
Right, this is scary with the slippery surface right in the middle.
Sticks it. There's his 30 points. Now, gate 4A, B, and C are required to get the points here. He's got just over 1 minute to get the second half of this section.
So we're getting the feel for it. You can see the rider trying to get
I
the
think
angle.
he jumped in a little bit too close there, but yeah. Wow!
He's got through. He's got to hold it into the hook.
There's the B, and he's down to C. That's to 40 points. Yes. Now, he's got to get gate 5A, B.
Let's see. Got to get into that hook. Getting his front wheel.
Guillem Montoya got here. He stuck it. That's what Guillem didn't do.
Oh, he's got there.
Does the
Brings it up.
switch.
30 seconds to go.
5B.
Needs to get 5B to get the 10 points. There it is. That's 10 points. 50 points for him.
Right,
Is
just
he going to get
one
60?
final gate. It's just 6. There's no A, B, or here.
Come on. Oh, that's crazy high. So
Yeah.
the top of that cylinder.
It's crazy high, and the angle of the cylinder in the wet. Can he do it?
Go on, Robin.
Robin. I think he's done it. Did he go over the gate? They've not called it. He's through.
Wait a second. Just wait for the 60! Oh my gosh. Robin is having a stellar ride right now.
Wow.
Wow.
Now that has really put the pressure
Look at
on
this.
the Spanish.
Little bit of brake modulation when he landed to allow the back wheel to roll through.
Was he able to leave like a little bit of mud behind just to kind of say to the Spanish riders, I was here, you've now got to deal with this mud or something?
Let me get back on the...
Just get around that marker there.
Get back on my full seat here. I'm sat on the edge.
I said that no one was going to get a fully clean ride here, but I think it could be done.
Borja Conejos now for Espanyol.
Switching on through there. I'm feeling tense for these boys.
I
now
know, that's what I said.
They can remain consistent, but if Robin Berchiatti's busting out 60s, then you can be consistent all you like. You're going to have to put the power down at some point. Holding the switch and gap into front. I think that was just kind of like his front was dropping. He just needed to dive it to get it over there. Yeah.
And this here already caught one of our riders out. We're seeing all the tyre slippery marks going on. Yeah, just recovers it. Just recovered. That back wheel slipped ever so slightly. Now, how is Borja going to take this on? I think we're going to see the same technique because they're not going to be able to roll into it because of the momentum of the front wheel skidding. So they really want to pin it, as we say. So let's see. Proved wrong.
Oh no.
Proved absolutely wrong. Basically, he did exactly what he rolled into it but took the dab.
But, well, the thing is, it's getting the pin, isn't it? You rely upon the grip to get that pin. And in the wet conditions like this, if it doesn't go, then there's nowhere else for it to go. Then, as you see, just hits into his bash plate there.
Lining up for the static hook motion.
I'm hoping he can get the rest of the section. And
oh wow. The front wheel didn't even get high enough.
He kind of just skidded down. Like, where's he going now? What approach has he seen? Borja's not. Yes, this is a different approach.
There we go.
There we go. Yes, so you can see there's actually they put rope around that. In the semi-finals, they were able to kind of ladder their way up using the cutouts of that concrete obstacle there.
And he's out of time.
Just out of time.
40 points.
Now that is not good for the Spanish. He's 30 points behind Robin Berchiatti. So a margin has been made by the Frenchman.
Okay, we've got to remember, though, Robin once came second by scoring 0.
Yes.
In a section. So you won't. Let's just. It's still all to ride for right now. I'm trying not to say too much. But really, really good effort for Borja. Probably a bit foreign to these conditions, I must say.
Yeah, but they've been there before. You know, we've seen it in World Championships in Glasgow. You know, this man, particularly Alejandro, there's the famous shot of him hanging off of the most gnarliest high cotton reel.
Wood in the wet.
And he won it on that bike. And, yeah, there's still the same jersey he gets to wear now here and following the 2025 World Championships last year. Alejandro, can he clean it? He's going to want to clean it to be able to come back into the standings and get somewhere near Robin.
Yeah, sort of started the competition as maybe today's #1 favourite, but he's got to prove it today. Still got to ride. So, see how Alejandro gets on.
Switching, got to hold it, yeah, because you're going to get yourself up to gate 2B.
Just sort of crabbing up the obstacle there as well to get his balance back. Just look at that. It's conserving energy. Trying as little hops as possible.
To 2 wheels, I think that's it, really.
Yeah, just a full send, making sure that he really gets on top of that obstacle.
That's his 30 points. So now you've got to get A, B, and C. So A is up the first part of the gate, B is at the top, and C is as you drop down. How is Alejandro going to approach this? It's big and it's wet. Like, just all shades of wrong. How did...
That was a 1. It touched. I definitely touched.
I think I see the observer's hand go up there.
Oh, it is. Yeah, there we go. There's the red
I
dot.
thought he got away with that. So, there's times in competitions where you almost can get away with that. So it's not going to be a full 60 points for Alejandro. So we know that it's going to be at least a 20-point margin for Robin.
He could still make it up for it. So let's see. 30 seconds left with Alejandro.
Big throw. He's in. It locks. I would expect Alejandro to stick that.
5. Gate number 5A dropping down to 5B. 10 points.
Cool. So he might be on for 50 points here. He's only got 15 seconds, so probably 1 or 2 tries max here. Got to get that big pipe, and that's just gate number 6. Can he do it first time? He's through. Yeah, that gets him 50 points.
He'll be happy with that.
But will we be happy, though? Because he's good, but...
Is it enough?
Is it enough?
Yeah, well, we're moving on to section number 3 now. Yeah, look, so back brake was off when he got there as well, just to ensure, because a lot of the time you're going to want the wheel to kind of roll into the obstacle with that motion. There's going to be less slipping out, essentially. And you see with the 20-inch riders in this weather, they're riding rear disc brakes. With the 26-inch after this, it's going to be a little bit of a different story. But that's to come later. You can see the crowd moving from section to section, trying to get the best possible spot to watch. What a great turnout it looks there in Dole. Just another quick shout out to all of the organisers, especially Canal God there, who was one of the main organisers, who's been having sleepless nights, working till 3 in the morning, putting all of these sections together. So a big shout out to Canal there, mate. You've done a stellar job. Guillem Montoya now for Spain. It's kicking us off with section number 3, the more natural rocky section.
Yeah, so this is gate 1A and 1B. So I guess with B gate. Oh, wow, how did he hold that?
What a recovery.
What a recovery. 10 points, though. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get through. If only your tyres touching, that's all good. Now, what happened? Oh, Guillem.
I'll be honest, I couldn't quite see what had happened.
He is so quick. He is very quick.
He's definitely excited to be in the finals.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. We'll probably get a little view here. Here we go. So this was the first gate.
Yeah, somehow holding that.
Recovers that. So front wheel was much too low. Very quick bike maintenance there.
For Robin.
For Robin.
Yeah,
Robin's bike. I hope that's okay.
I think I heard a pump go. I don't know if that's
yes.
a little compressor. No, honestly, I heard a compressor go. I think that's just one of those quick jobs. So I don't know whether he maybe got a puncture somewhere. Who knows? But obviously, riders do rely upon having their competitors taking a good 2 minutes or so between each section to have full time here.
Tough to stay warm, really. There's not really anywhere for them to ride directly next to them, and they kind of have to, have their entire plan in their head. So there's a lot to think about between the sections. And remember, only 2 minutes they get. Each rider only gets 2 minutes per section.
Right, so gate 1A there for Eloi Palau. He's now got to do this one to get himself 10 points. Now, from this point in the section, it's just straight gates 2, 3, and 4. No A, B, and gate, A, B's or C's, just straight gates. But big gates. There's one there. So 20 points for the Spaniard.
To get the front wheel hooked in there somehow, but they're going to find lots of nooks and crevices in these rocks. There'll be very technical routes that they specifically think about. The riders will be thinking about what part of the rock to take off, what part of the rock to land.
Whoa!
Just get through that.
Just to get round that. Did you see the way that he just able to throw around that?
And effectively using every part of the rock that he can to carefully get through that.
Well, you do see that with some of our riders. And, oh no, just slipping out when we put the foot down there. Now that is not ideal, Eloi. He still managed to get himself 30 points, which is good so far in the section, but what really happened there?
Yeah, he's reassessing that, isn't he?
It's such a tall rock, that one.
Yeah, you just looking up at it.
Couldn't quite see that, but yeah, having to really find something on that rock, it was enough to switch on through there, which he did have.
Yeah, and I suppose these conditions are not helping at all. Look at that pinning that. Right, Niilo Stenvall for Finland now. Super powerful yet technical rider. So one of those riders that kind of has a very good combination of all of them, but can he put them all together in section number 3?
Yeah, has he been training effectively on keeping it all together? He was a powerhouse and a weapon in the World Cup last year, just throwing out some moves that no one else was able to get when he was in the top sixes.
Good for time so far. 1 minute 30 left to go. Moving on to gate number 3. Staying away from that red tape. If he crosses that red tape, he will be out of this section.
Really tricky because having to sort of gap round the corner, which he did. Just instant reflex, just move, bang, and he's there.
Reactions are going to be everything in today's competition with these conditions. They're going to see a few mishaps, a few skids, a few slides.
Yeah, you don't really want to dwell long on the rock. You want to get there and get straight off. As soon as the size of that.
He's just managed to keep one, so he kept 1 foot off the ground, which allowed him to carry on.
What can you do there? It's a real stop. It's a very clever obstacle. Even Alejandro having a good look at how Niilo is approaching this. I think we're going to see many riders take this. Or has Robin found some other kind of line? Very interested to see what he does here. Even getting into that position and switching out.
That's what I mean. To be honest, if you're going to put a gate like that, it's still going to be impressive if you're able to dab through it. So, down onto the other side of the rock, he's going to come back. And that'll be it for Niilo's ride there, I think. He's put in a fantastic effort, 30 points for section number 3. We may see a slightly more low-scoring section here.
Yeah, so that's already separated the two. We'll go through some of his highlights there. That odd gap there, getting himself up onto that rock to be able to switch through. I'm going to be really interested to see if anyone can do that. And also remember, we've got the 26-inch men's later on, so maybe the 26-inch riders can do it. So Robin has already made a very fine margin. So he's 20 points in front of Niilo, and he's still got to go here. Remember, these two qualified in 3rd and 4th position, with Robin qualifying in the 3rd position.
And he was just behind Alejandro last year, so he's going to want to improve on last year's results for sure.
Maybe just wet weather is his thing, who knows.
Yeah, these riders should come and ride in the UK. This is where it's at. Right, 10 points so far, going on to gate number 2.
You can just hear that rear disc just fighting for the grip there. Just that noise that just says, I'm a bit wet. Yeah, you know it on your disc brakes when you've ridden in the rain. Now, this is definitely a kind of a Robin move, just weird little techie kind of gap. You've got to throw it sideways. This is a great example of the angle here, look. Yeah. You can see their angle they're coming at here. Nothing to stop them using that lower rock, but why would you when you can do it from up there?
It's
the front holding it, lovely, 30 points.
Yeah, the brake really performed well in that. You can even hear it pinned into it. So
gate 4, what's Robinson? What's he going to do? Is he just going to throw?
He's going to send it up.
Throw momentum up that. What are we doing? Whoa. Look at the size of this.
Crazy big.
He could have headbutted that. What are you even going to stick up there, Robin? No.
He can get there.
He can get there.
Come on.
It's fine. Can he use this? What's he doing?
He's going to use...
I feel like this could be a line that Borja would probably look at. That is a huge throw. He's in.
He's got it. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
30 seconds to go. 40 points. Robin Berchiatti now. Come on, keep going, Robin.
Incredible how he was able to change tactic. His first technique nearly worked. But he went, you know what? I've got another idea up my sleeve. In. He's accumulated a dab from somewhere, so he can't get a fully clean ride, but
he's probably tapped a pedal there. I think he's called it there. He had 3 seconds to go. Save your energy. I think for this section, that's a really good score.
Yeah.
Well done, Robin.
I think the Spaniards are really going to struggle with doing what he was trying to do, getting it from the floor. So we know they've got to do at least a couple of gaps to get it.
Look, pinning there as well. Really.
How can you pin to a rock in this kind of weather? That's just expertise right there.
Look at that as well. So we may see some of those riders probably have to take that route that Robin's taken. I don't think they're going to go from the floor.
No. It's about knowing exactly where your abilities lie. Robin, I think he knew if it was dry conditions, Robin could have made that from the floor. But wet weather, I think we're going to see both Borja and Alejandro take the slightly longer and slightly safer line. There's Benito Ross
just in the background
there, underneath that umbrella.
Legend.
Still competing at this stage.
Yeah, I think he's supporting Borja there as well as his minder.
About 172 riders entered this competition. 172 across all the categories.
Just fixing the course.
Just making sure that flag is back in there, I believe.
Yeah. Because we don't want the flags to go anywhere. Because
that's the organizer of the competition. That's Canal God there.
Canal God's the main man behind putting most of this together. Gate number 4.
He actually qualified for the semi-finals, but he was just so spent.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's just putting the course together, riding, everything.
I would have thought
he was like, I can't ride.
To put it together and ride it, that's pretty impressive. So, Borja Conejos now kicks us off in section number 3, and off we go.
Speedy stuff from the Spaniard.
10 points, gate number 1 complete. On to gate number 2. It's just through the top of that rock. There we go. 20 points now. Good time. Just over 1:30 to go.
And with the ride that Robin's been having, I think the Spanish just need to keep their calm and cool and hope that. Keep it.
So close. Yeah, he's done well there.
It was quite interesting to be able to hang that into the hook,
Yeah,
he's getting a lot of that rock to support you.
Obviously felt more comfortable in the hook motion. Now, you can already see he's taking the same route that Robin did. But look at that takeoff. Sharp knife edge from the rock.
Huge throw.
No! Oh my goodness!
No!
What? But now, this is not what I expect Borja. Look at that.
Whether it's the weather that's got to them, whether it's the pressure of the Frenchman flying into the lead there, this is difficult.
You just see the frustration on his face as well.
Yeah.
So very comfortable here. He's getting into those hook positions. So where he's just got in that front wheel, using his front wheel as an anchor.
I mean, that was a great way of getting that gate. Rather than diving it into front and relying on the front wheel to stick, he managed to get it held in a hook position. Sadly, not that next gate there. Can Alejandro do it? He knows he's just got to keep it together. I think he's having to rely upon the fact that maybe Robin might come a little bit loose in the 4th or 5th section. But maybe Robin's been a bit more consistent this year. I don't know. I don't want to curse anything, but Robin could. I'm not going to say anymore.
Let's see how Alejandro does.
Alejandro, come on.
Let's see it. So the last rider for section number 3, Alejandro, the favourite today, but it's actually just falling behind there. So let's see how he does. He's going to need to get a maximum score here to try and catch up with our leader. So you riding the only bike here in the final today is the Play Carbon. Really, really nice bike.
Yeah, and he started this section on 90 points, so even if he gets a full 60, he's going to be 10 points behind Robin. Not a position the world champion wants to see himself in. Beautiful switch through there.
Yeah, it was. Pinned it and swapped to back, then rolling out. So really, really nice technique.
It's the thing you really find with Alejandro is that he usually gets the bike in exactly where it needs to be. And in some of these really quite tricky and technical sections, and especially in the wet.
New technique.
Yeah,
started on the rock.
It's in. Yes.
What? He made that look nothing like the other riders did.
Well, I said he got it to where it needs to be, and that's really a big ask on some of these huge gaps, huge bits of section. Now, gate 5A and 5B. There's the A gate.
Gap through. He's doing really well.
He's got a different line here. What's he going? He's going to throw quite a large gap from here. Can he stick it?
Wow.
This is humongous. He's in.
Held it together.
Nothing collided. He's up. That's the 50 points. Can he get the 60? He's going to want to get this to close in on that gap of Robin Berchiatti.
That's the top.
Time is close there.
That's all it.
It is.
60 points. I love it. I love to see it
What
now.
a turnaround. He needed that. He is very happy with that. Just 10 points behind Robin now, but 2 more sections to go. And I hope Robin doesn't know what's going on. I hope he's just enjoying himself, having a really good ride. We want to see him there. This will be, if Robin can do it, this will be his first goal. His first in the first position. He's had plenty of silvers. So that's kind of what I was alluding to
Yeah,
there.
and I think now that it's being so close, we have got everything to ride for in these last 2 sections. It's only getting closer and closer. Just look how happy Alejandro was to get that maximum scoring. I mean, he knew he needed it. We said it. So let's see how we get on now with section number 4 with our pond section.
Yeah, Alejandro really is your sort of is your man to beat. I mean, he's very quickly become the, I guess, like the standard of the 20-inch category. For many years, it was lots of kind of fighting for that top spot. You know, from when it was Pakaka, and then it's obviously come around to Eloi and Borja. But in the last few years, Alejandro's really cemented his name in there, and he is the competition to work against. And we saw it last year. Robin actually got a couple of runner-up places. In last year in Poland, he actually tied with Alejandro on points, and it was purely based upon previous sections where he lost on that. Now we're going to Guillem.
This is what we've been waiting for in this gate. Look at this. Oh, okay. Just casual. Just on the back wheel, gapping over the water through those tiny gates. I must say, these are probably the narrower gates we're going to see in today's final.
Yeah, every gate in section 4 has an A-B gate, with the exception of gate number 3, which is just a solo gate. So A-B gates on all of these.
Yeah, looking comfortable.
So that's 2B there, so that's his 20 points.
What I've seen, they were cutting some sort of lines in some of the wood earlier with a chainsaw. So hopefully that's going to help with some of the grip.
Oh, well, I think you spoke a little bit too soon there, Matt. That's your. There's not much grip on that piece of wood there.
No.
Holding that very neatly there.
Maybe it's, you see how it's going to work.
You need it. I think it's
Going
going
to
to go for
bounce.
momentum, bounce.
Oh, it's got just under a minute to go. So tough. How's he going to get out?
How
of
can
this
you
one?
hold that?
Oh,
Tricky conditions here.
yeah,
Wow.
he can barely get out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 20 points for the Spaniard there. This is going to be a very, very exciting World Cup season, because remember, there was 2 other riders that tied for his spot of number 6 here. So you're going to be seeing a lot of new names coming into the World Cup this year. The heat for the juniors is just so hot.
I don't think they're going to be worried about any splashes from that pond either. That's usually something they would try to avoid.
Here we go here. This just shows you just how slippy some of these sections are. But this one looked like to be the stopper. Who can get it though? Can it be Mr. Palau, Eloi Palau, our oldest competitor today from Spain? Previous world champion, previously in the European champion as well. Remember, this could be a gate 1AB, 2AB. Over the water here. Very precise, holding it all on the rear wheel. That's his 10 points there for Eloi. I mean, these static hook moves are just so much more crazier in the wheel, I find. Just to be able to get up there like that, knowing that there's a lack of grip, there's a lack of friction there because of the wet weather. How? Cool, there's 20 points there for the Spaniard. Can he go a little bit further than what Guillem got to? What approach is he going here? I think he knows speed is going to be his friend here.
He's probably going to bounce off that to get into that hook position.
Yeah, you can't have time to sit there, and you've got very limited options because of the rope. Yes!
It's got to be plant and go, because I don't think there's anywhere to hang off that.
Yeah, plant and go, then you can't slip if you're not there.
Yeah, that's a great one. Now, moving further on to the section we didn't get to see earlier on, Eloi now in that hooking position we were talking about. He's got to turn to the right-hand side the next gate. Oh, he's had to take a dab. He can sort of...
He was fighting for grip there a little bit.
Yeah, so he's going to use that carefully. Remember, only 1 foot. As soon as he takes it off, he must carry on. So the gate's just at the end of this sort of bendy log. How's he going to do it? Straight up? I mean, it's slippery. Oh, yeah, there we go. Boy, just completely slides away from him. Wow. 30 points there. He's had a few crashes today, Eloi, but benefit of the doubt, the fact that he was given 3 weeks to train and prepare for this.
Yeah, 3 weeks. I think that's kind of why we're seeing, a bit of a different Eloi here. He looks a little bit more calmer, and Spanish riders usually like to put so much pressure on themselves to perform. They're usually very vocal and they're very, passionate about their riding. And we're not really seeing that from Eloi, and I think given the circumstances, as you say, Matt, he's only had 3 weeks to get to this point.
Niilo Stenvall, le troisième des derniers mondiaux, qui est au départ, le Finlandais.
So, Niilo. Can Niilo hold this together? Let's give you a little bit of an update of the score. So, Robin Berchiatti is still in first place with 160 points. Alejandro Montalvo behind 10 points, 150. Borja 120. Eloi also on 120. Niilo on 100. So, still could be a little bit of wiggle room for that third position.
This first gate that they're doing, look, all on back wheel, over the pond.
I mean, that kind of looks as gnarly as the Finnish training ground that he trains in, with all the just logs and stuff sticking out of the floor. Yeah. If you know trials, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I think Niilo probably feels at home on these obstacles, but he still has to perform. Let's see how he does. So, preparation for that hanging hook switch. Got to get the back wheel swapped through. It's a big body position movement. Yes! Holding it as well.
If you've just joined us, this is the first round of the UCI Trials World Cup. We're in Dole in France, and as you can see, the weather has taken a little bit of a turn. Many of these riders, all the riders would have to do a semi-final yesterday, and the weather conditions were around 25 degrees. So, a little bit different from what they were in the semi-final conditions.
Oh, he's going to have to go again.
Wait, not quite there.
No, he's going to have to just push a little bit more. Just push.
Come on, Niilo. Yeah, really testing the rider's abilities. It's all within their ability, but under the conditions, he has to get it a second time.
We had this last year in the French World Cup as well. It was just awful weather, and it really tested these elite riders. So this all caught out Eloi. He's front wheel slipping. Got to correct it. There we go. Back wheels slipping.
Look at the back. No, there's correction. Fighting for it. Anyone, even there, look. Any one of those little micro movements could be a chance for your bike to slip, and just
using that big tree as well just to rest the front wheel. Now this is
just, I think, out of time, possibly. Did they give it to him? Did he get the 40 points, or was that 30?
30 points by the looks of it, because his back axle just didn't go through the gate in time.
Yep. So that puts him on 130 points. So he's currently in the third position, but remember, we still have Borja to come. But this is the current race leader, Robin Berchiatti. Let's hope that he just thrives on that crowd energy.
See Niilo's approach. He had to correct himself. Look, went to the other log, little hop, then hops back through the gate. Now that's great reactions from Niilo, but as we said, he's always training on those little beams, little logs. His balance is next to nothing.
I think if they just did like rear wheel competition of how long could you just be on the rear wheel for, possibly Niilo could probably win it, I think. Just hopping around on little kind of logs and things.
Yeah, the momentum to get up to hook that as well from a bounce.
Yeah.
Because again, there's nothing for them to kind of hook that front wheel over. Robin Berchiatti now for France. Section number 4.
Ale Robin is what the crowd shout. Obviously a home crowd favourite. He won. Can't speak now. He won the French World Cup here last year.
He's going to have to recover. Really try that. From the ground this time.
Can he keep it together?
He's got to be. He knows he's got to be perfect.
Yeah.
Look, might even have to go again. Yeah. This is getting. Crowd are going to get behind him now.
Just got to tune it out and just.
This is tough, man. He knows. He knows he doesn't want to try and correct on top because of how slippery it is.
Yeah, and you have to really. Yes. Come on, Robin.
So that's.
Top score in this section so far has been 30, so that's Eloi and Niilo both got themselves 30 points. We know we can get through to 40 points because Niilo pretty much got there, but he just run out of time. But I wonder how much time Robin's got. What's going on with his rear brake?
Yeah, he's just spinning and testing his back brake a bit there. I wondered if he thought
he's going to have to get this first time if he wants to try and get those points. Yes!
Oh, you can hear his back
you
brake.
You can hear the back brake. What? Has he seen a different line here? Where are we going? He's going to be going over there.
Yeah, this is very smart.
Yes.
Using as much of the course as he can. Again, they only need to get through the gates. They make up their own routes. So 30 seconds to go. He's going to want to get both of these gates to be able to score.
He's on
to get ahead. Oh, that's probably eaten away.
That's saved a bit of time there.
Maybe he felt more comfortable doing it this way.
But he's got to come back up. Same gate that we had in the women's. That was quite a struggle to remain stuck to that. Come on, get these 40 points. If he gets through this end gate, that'll be the 40 points. That's 40 points.
Well done, Robin. He's asking time. He knows he's out of time.
Yeah.
That's a great ride for that section. With the highest score so far.
Yep.
So great ride from Robin.
It's quite a long section. It's because of the sub-gates that have been on this. Remember, gate 3 is the only gate in this section that doesn't have a sub-gate. Borja Conejos here of Spain. He's on 120 points at the moment, which means he's 80 points behind Robin. He's going to have to get a good score here to be able to be in a chance with that position, first position. We can't really say who's going to come where yet because it's one of those really tight competitions, and especially with the weather conditions, you just don't know what is in store in the 5th section.
20 has always been known to be some of the closest races. So
all on rear wheel.
Quite comfortable through the start of that section. I think it can be glossed over too easily how impressive that is for these riders to get through.
Yeah, get a bit of a twist on that hanging hood there to go to the rear wheel. But good speed so far. Robin was a bit slow there, so who knows? Maybe Borja could get 50 here.
I thought he slipped there.
Yeah, I thought
he slipped.
Too much momentum.
Yeah, just a little bit. So is he going to go?
If he can get this first time and do that same line that Robin did to get over to gate 4, he could be in with a chance of getting 50 points here.
Yeah, gets the hook.
Very calm. He's not taking the line that Robin did.
No, perhaps he didn't. It is a big gap. Look at that. That's what Robin did a minute ago. Yeah, that's a huge gap. So,
in the wet as well. Now, importantly, he's got a not slip here. Good. Yep. Just got to fight that.
He's got to go behind him somehow. So he's got to turn. Using that. A few
Using
riders
the
using that tree. Love that technique.
Is he going to hold?
He is.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Good ride so far.
Come on, Borja.
Oh. Send it. Go on, mate. Send it. Yes.
How did that stick in the wet?
His brake is working.
It's a 5AB, and I'm not too sure if that was the B gate or if there's a follow-on and this is now the B gate.
This is what we wanted to see. He's got to get up onto that big water feature.
What
in the water?
It's alright, just the rear wheel. Just the rear wheel, it's fine. Rear wheel's disc, it's okay.
Also, don't think it matters now.
No, I think they're already very wet.
Oh my goodness! Where did he? So, the final gate is at the top of that little, I want to call it enormous birdhouse.
Yep, a Wendy house or something like that, yeah. It's 50 points there though, which means it can be done. I mean, Alejandro could do this.
So they can't use that. You can see on the floor there, that there's a red tape. They can't use that log. They've got to go from the floor.
What
look at that
there.
pin.
He pinned to that metal thing that's holding it all together. Even that, a corner of the piece of metal. Yes.
Yeah, look. So he
Look
does
at that
get through the
switch.
gate.
This is just wild. Absolutely wild.
He's a wild rider, that's for sure.
But I think the scores are kind of telling here. He's going to have to rely upon Robin making a bit of a mistake in section 5 here. Alejandro Montalvo is on 150 points with Robin 50 points ahead of him. So Alejandro is going to need at least 50 to get to the same position as Robin. And even then it might not be enough, because remember, Robin has cleaned 2 of the sections in the final. So really, he's going to want to get a fully clean.
Yeah, because if they match, Robin Winks has got more 60s.
Yes.
So that's putting him in a good position.
That's what happens if there's a tiebreaker. We've seen it in the semi-finals. When there's a tiebreaker, they have to go back and look at who got the most 60 points, who got the most 50 points, and so on and so forth.
So
this is nail-biting stuff. This is...
see Alejandro Montalvo there just starting his own little timer. He's got a little watch on his handlebar there, so he can focus without really having to ask the observers for how long he's got left.
Yeah, remember, they have just 2 minutes to get through, so it's roughly about 20 seconds per gate. Not much time at all, especially with how the section builders build these.
A little bit of a recovery.
Yeah. Very nice. I mean, that's such a... The Spanish kind of dominate that move, don't they? That's just...
Not something we've seen in the last kind of decade in the sport. The hanging hooks are very new.
Modern geometry and the way the bikes are set up.
Yeah.
It's always a feature within these World Cups. If you can't do that move, then you basically can't compete at this level.
So bounce into hook, swapping.
Oh, a slip. Now, that could be the time that he needs in this section to get the full 60 points. That could be at the first position.
To go again?
No. Oh,
He's getting some
Alejandro.
flex. Getting some flex on the front of the forks there, and the back wheel is either slipping.
I
or...
wouldn't hope there to be flex in that carbon bike, but
no, in the forks though.
Yeah, something is.
It's not quite.
This is unlike Alejandro. He normally sticks the bike where it needs to go. Very precise. No, Alejandro.
This is very out of character.
I'm not too sure what I'm seeing here now.
I know.
This is not a man who takes multiple attempts at anything.
Come on, Alejandro.
Come on, mate. Yes.
There we go.
That's
nice.
what we wanted.
Beautiful.
Needed to go.
Yeah, he just had to have a word with himself a little bit there, didn't he?
But importantly, though, has he got the time? I don't think he might have the time to get round and do this gate 4.
He's got 5
he
seconds.
Needs it.
He needs the
to
points.
turn and get it.
3, 2. I think he got him.
He knew that's all he was going to get.
Got the 40 points what he needed, so he's still just behind Alejandro there. Just behind him, I mean 10 points between them.
Yeah.
So that is going to still a very... We can't see anything. We've still got one section to go. All it takes is for one mistake or one repeat.
So to give you some final standings, Robin Berchiatti is on 200 points in the first position. Alejandro Montalvo, second, 190 points. Borja Conejos, 170 points. So it's 30 points which separate those top 3 riders. Niilo Stenvall on 130, Eloi Palau 120, Guillem Montoya on 90.
Now this, I've got a feeling we should see some high scores here. Slightly different setup, a little bit more of a concrete jungle style, you know, the square edges, but there are also some difficult obstacles with those.
Section 5, our final section of today's men's elite 20-inch. Remember though, this is the World Cup, so it's a bit like a league of trials. There's still 2 other events in the trials calendar this year.
Let's see how the wild card here
Oh my
16 years
word!
of age.
Look at the size of that gap. This is his first ever World Cup final in the top 6.
He's really shown. He's like, I am here to compete with the boys, the men. Here we go. So on to gate number 3 now.
Yeah, it's consisted of a 3A and it's gate 1 is a single gate, and there's a 2A and a 2B. That was 3A by the looks of it there.
Needs to get
3B.
Red tape either side here, so narrowing their approach. They can only go this one direction.
Holding the slip. Oh, he's got it. I mean, the way he held that is just something that you really only see usually with very experienced riders, to be able to feel the slip and just go, nah, it's fine, I got this. Oh, wow, he got there, and I think it was just a slight slip of the rear wheel that just went out there. Guillem Montoya, what a ride he has had. This is not the last we've seen of this man.
To see that if anyone's going to remember him today, it will be a backflip ending. That was incredible. What a start to his career in the elite category.
We will definitely be seeing him again. Well, I hope to see him again in the World Cup. But remember, there's lots of other riders that want his spot. Louis Chazelle, Guillem Camus, I mean, he wasn't riding today, but I think he could have easily been in that spot as well. And as well as Travis Asenio, the other Spaniard. All straight out of juniors and just straight into the elite category. What is this? This level of the sport.
Not just top 10, it's top 6. So, and that's what they need to get in these zones. So Eloi Palau now. Spain, here we go. Let's see how Eloi's going to approach some of these gates. This is a huge up to front, so nice angle there. So he's even had to take it down.
Yeah, we saw,
Perhaps he didn't feel, wouldn't it? It could be very slippery on top of that, which is certainly going to knock the confidence of the riders.
Yeah, I don't know, if you've not had like a whole winter to train and just do... It's moves that, Eloi is more than comfortable with doing, but I think it's just that repetition and time on the bike that you really need to give you all the confidence in these kind of scenarios, especially when the weather conditions are like this. Look how supportive the crowd are. They're here in this terrible, terrible downpour.
I know, yeah. It's a really, really good turnout at this event. So, really, really great job for all the organisers here. So, right, you can see that back wheel almost slipping there as well. And as more and more riders go, that surface is going to get slippier and slippier and slippier. Right, you can hear the crowd behind him.
So, gate 5, this is a solo... sorry, we're gate 5 or 4? I'm just trying to see. So it's a 4AB, then 5-6. Lots of speed needed. The size of this.
Oh, it's also caught out Eloi as well.
It's a real stopper of a gate, that. There's no other way of really approaching that. I don't think you can get the front wheel to the other side because the bash plate will go down or the pedal will go down.
Eloi Palau there, making a comeback now.
Great ride for Eloi. I'm chuffed for him.
It's only the start of the season too. He's using this as training.
Yeah, and as Alba said within the women's elite, that it's a long time from May until August. The second round of the World Cup is in August, so it's a lot of time for these riders to be able to get back on the bike. Eloi's still got the months ahead of him to, train for the next World Cup in Poland in August.
Yeah, nice one, Eloi. It's good to see you back on a bike, my friend. And Niilo Stenvall for Finland now.
Yeah, he's currently rolling in on 130 points. So current running of 5th position. I think this is going to be the battle for the 4th, 5th and 6th positions.
On fait un petit aller, tranquille, sur la voie avant.
A couple of front hops to correct. Looking comfortable.
2AB, 20 points there. So he's going to go set himself up for gate 3A.
Yeah, you can see how narrow it is from this angle here, that gate ahead of him. Those two yellow flags, very, very narrow.
The size of it, this is what we take for granted with these. If you've never been to a World Cup before, please just come along. Come to see the environment and the vibe here. You can hear the music going, the crowd's going, but mainly to appreciate the size of these obstacles. look at it in comparison to the size of the observers. We're talking head height.
He managed to keep 1 foot on the... Yes, that was a serious recovery. A pedal hit, though, and the foot down.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, no points, so he's going to use these dabs. He cannot take another dab.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't take one without realising he's already... There we go, getting in position.
Look how slippy that is.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a really crazy game.
Asking for the time. He's got the power for this. Will it stick in this weather conditions? Oh no. So that's it. 4th position for Niilo.
Well done, Niilo. Great ride, mate. Really great ride. Good to see a whole range of riders not only feeling not put off by these conditions, really, still giving it their all, still doing the best they possibly can. But for Niilo today, it wasn't quite enough to get on the podium.
Yeah. So the bottom 4, 5, 6, Niilo, Eloi, and Guillem maintaining their qualifying positions. It's not about those guys for today, it's this man here. Can he get his first gold at World Cup? His first place. Come on, Robin Berchiatti.
Straight in as well, only 10 seconds to go. Look where he's at.
Yeah, there's 20 points.
So they know what it's like to be on top of that obstacle. It's just coming from that ground.
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's 20 points. There we go, yeah. 220. So that puts him 30 points ahead of Alejandro Montalvo.
Yeah, just so relaxed. Like, what?
Now, I believe if Robin gets a 50, he will be winning. So he will have won this, he will have come first. We'll just double check, but because of the fact that Alejandro was 10 points behind.
All I want to see is someone get up this now. Come on, Robin, if it's anyone, it's got to be you.
This is it, this is the stop of the obstacle. Come on. Oh, maybe he should have just used that dab and just been there.
I think now, if it was me, of course if it was me, I would be doing that.
Yeah, you've got to be tactical here and get through this. Put it down, use it.
Exactly,
come on,
use
Robin.
it.
Robin.
40 seconds, mate, come on.
Get those 50 points. So it's straight gate 5 and gate 6. That's all that's left now. No A or B gates. As you see these gates, that's the points he's going to get. Come on, Robin.
He's not got time, not much time. Come on, Robin.
If you get yourself 50, Robin, this is yours.
Come on. These 2 gates. That's one gate.
Go through it backwards. 40. One more.
One more gate.
About 10 seconds.
10 seconds to go.
Can he do it?
Come on, Robin.
Come on, Robin.
For 70.
He couldn't guarantee it. Come on, Robin. He's not. But it's a fantastic score for the Frenchman. Will it be enough?
240 points.
It's impossible for Borja to take it from him. We know he's definitely got himself the 2nd position. Will it be the 1st? It all comes down to Alejandro's ride. Where will Borja position in these final top 3? Borja Conejos of Spain is next. Look at this great ride from the Frenchman. This is probably one of his obviously less successful sections, unfortunately. Was it fatigue? Was it the conditions? We don't know, but what a ride he's had. On home soil, he won the French Cup here in Dole last year, and he's clearly been putting in the work over the winter training periods. Really good though, just to see him being a little bit more cautious, because last year in some of the World Cups he was just a little bit of a loose cannon, and as we said earlier, he somehow managed to come 2nd within a World Cup round, despite the fact he scored 0 on one of the sections last year. Absolutely wild. Would love to see more from Robin. I'm hoping he could have got that first. Let's see. Borja straight through, 10 points on that first gate.
Yeah, nice turn. Staying very, very composed so
I
far.
wonder why Robin didn't take that gap down. It just seemed odd that he didn't do that. But who knows when you're in the rider's head.
It might have been in the moment. Yeah, maybe that was his plan, but as we say, sometimes it doesn't go.
Well, and just getting as much points really, but he got a good amount of points there.
Right, here Borja's going for a static. He knows there's red tape there, right?
Yeah, but I think he's going to throw it round the corner. He's quite good at, I think.
Yeah, that's a really
round
tough
to front.
angle.
That's it.
That was
Round
really
the
clever.
tape. Difficult though. We have seen riders in the past, Mr. Carthy, for instance. Some observers can be really scrupulous and say, no, you went over the tape there. So it can be a risky move to do. Can Borja do it?
He can!
Wow!
So good, with 50 seconds to go and 2 gates left.
Yeah, so he can't get into that first position, but it could be putting the pressure on for Alejandro now.
Yeah.
That gate might throw Alejandro, who knows?
Look at the state of his bike. Look at the state of him. You can just see these conditions are so tough.
Very quick.
Yeah, he's
That's
through
good time now. He's got one more gate to get him up to the 60 points now. Can he get the full 60? Come on, Borja. This is really going to put further pressure on Alejandro, as if he didn't need it.
This is really big. Go on, Borja. No. I think that's been a really good ride for him, though. 20 points from the current leader now. So still Alejandro left to go.
What a trial this has been. So Borja has the highest scorer in Section 5. He finishes the first round of the World Cup on 220 points. One last rider to go. That is Alejandro Montalvo, currently on 190 points. Now, Alejandro needs a clean to beat
Maximum
Robin.
score.
He needs a clean, because if he gets a 50, he will tie on points with Robin. But Robin got 2 clean sections in this final.
I've got clammy
It
hands.
needs to be a clean. If he doesn't clean it, Robin will get his first World Cup victory. First gold at all in the elite.
Okay.
Counting the sections, killing himself all the different gates there. This man has been under pressure before.
And he performs quite well under pressure from...
60 points will see him win another World Cup, but it has to be 60 points. This is tense, ladies and gents.
Yeah, maximum scoring now for Alejandro. Let's see how he performs. Yeah, looking pretty comfortable even in that slippery surface that he's dealing with.
I think every category of trials usually has someone who's kind of like the commander, the leader, who kind of just knows how to keep calm, even when the trial is not going your way. Even early when we saw him struggling to get up that huge wooden obstacle. And let's just hope he keeps it cool and clean here. This is nail-biting stuff. I'm sure Robin knows of his fate at this point because the scores are very well publicised. I don't know if Robin's watching what's going on here. Can Alejandro do this?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm not sure. Sorry, I won't pull the time. The time is just frozen there. But that's...
Yeah, we thought we had a lot of time left.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got a lot of time.
Oh, no! That's it!
Wait, that means... That's it?
Robin Berchiatti.
First ever World Cup win! Sorry, I got excited.
Wow, incredible. Wow. That is not good news for the Spanish. He's done it.
He's finally won. I must say, he definitely deserves this today. The winner of the round 1 for the UCI Trials 2026 World Cup is Robin Berchiatti. Oh, for you, mate.
Incredible.
Look at that.
Well deserved.
So happy. He's been training so hard. He was so close last year. So close. Just sort of following just behind Alejandro. And now it's his time to have that gold medal today. But as you were saying, Tom, this is only round one. So he wins today. He gets that medal for round one. But
yeah, the World Cup, as you remember, is actually a series of events. It's a league. In fact, I can tell you some of the other dates that we've got to come on this as well. So put these dates in your diary now. If anyone invites you to a barbecue, you say, we'll either watch the UCI World Trials or, sorry, I'm not coming because I'm not going to watch those other events. The 2nd of August, Sunday the 2nd of August, will be the final of the second round of World Cup in Poland, and the 23rd of August in Germany. Still a lot of time for these riders to refine, work out what went wrong today. I think the Spanish, it's been a difficult day for them, but they're equally going to be, I guess, quite pleased for Robin to see him land his first ever.
It's a pretty good rider to lose to, so to speak.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Especially with what he's been putting out of non-competition stuff, like when he's riding his training and the size. And you know what? The deciding point for me was on this competition, that big side up that Robin actually made.
Yeah.
No one else did it.
Yeah. And that it's moves like that can really separate these competitions.
Yeah.
Being able to commit to those big moves. Because that could have been everything. That could have been everything. That could have been him down to, 230 points. I don't know how the rest of that, section would have gone had he not been able to get that side hop. But really good to see that he's gone a bit more calmer and collected, because we have seen him being a little bit loose within the World Cups before, and that has cost him in some positions. So we're going to have a look at some highlights, I believe, now.
All right, we'll have some words from Robin now, your winner in the 20-inch men's
Robin,
finals.
petit mot en français et après en anglais. Congratulations, first victory World Cup in France, in your home country. Amazing.
Ouais, je suis super content. Première victoire en Coupe du Monde. En plus ici en France, à 2 heures de chez moi, donc c'est comme si c'était à la maison. Donc ouais, trop content. I'm so happy to win here in France. It's my first World Cup victory, and I'm so happy to win here in France. It's like my home, so it's an amazing result for me.
The weather conditions were hard today, cold, rain. Did you change something for you, or you have so many energy at home?
No, I just ride normally. I know the weather was very bad, but yeah, I did my best and I win today, so just amazing. Les conditions étaient pas très bonnes, mais c'est pas pour ça que j'ai changé quoi que ce soit dans mon roulage. Je me suis donné à fond à chaque fois et ouais, je suis vraiment super content de gagner cette première Coupe du Monde en France.
Next year, there's the huge event 3 hours from here, the World Championship. Is it already maybe in your mind?
Yeah, it's my biggest goal in all my life, so I will be here and I will be ready to fight. Le championnat du monde en 2027, ce sera en Haute-Savoie, donc à la maison. Donc c'est le plus gros objectif de ma carrière, de gagner l'année prochaine. Donc vous me verrez là-bas en forme et je vais tout faire pour prendre ce maillot de champion du monde.
Congratulations, bravo.
Robin Berchiatti finally gets his gold medal.
Not much words. He just said, "Yep," just won, and not deterred by the conditions. But very interesting as well. The World Championships that we take in France, it plays in France next year, and he says, it's his dream to be able to win the World Championships, especially in France. But You know, obviously it was quite tight for the people getting into 20-inch. We saw, of course, Louis Chazil and many other French riders who I'm sure would love to win at the French Championships next year. There's going to be many other names that are going to want it to come for that.
And we are not quite over yet. It is just now for the 20-inch riders here, but in 30 minutes' time, 2:30 UK time, 3:30 European time, will be the men's 26-inch elite finals with a fantastic lineup. Lineup for you, and even the rider qualifying first, Oliver Waitman. This is first qualification in first place as well. So
in a World Cup setting,
World Cup setting. So this is going to be a very, very interesting 26-inch final.
So don't go anywhere. Switch over to the other stream if you're streaming it, and wherever you may be watching this as well. And just again, those important calendar dates so you can keep up to date with the UCI Trials World Cup. The 2nd of August will be in Poland, and the 23rd of August in Germany. We'll be joining you again shortly. Thank you, and speak soon. I've been Tom Hutley of Shindig Media.
And I've been Matt Pengelly. Please do go and check us out online as well, shindigmedia.com. Give us a follow, give us a subscribe, all of those things. And thanks again to the UCI for letting us contribute here and be part of today's finals. We will see you in half an hour for the 26-inch men's elite finals, leaving you with some of the highlights from the 20s. See you soon.
Your name, you were third, and invite people for the second round in Poland, so that you will fight again to be on the podium or something. Whenever you're ready. Well,
Hey, I'm Berchiatti. I'm the winner of the first World Cup, and come to the second one to see a very good fight.
Yeah, I am Borja Conejos. I am third in the first World Cup. Yeah, we are ready for the next one in Poland. See you there.
No, 2, 3.